disease-causing microbes continue to evolve, evading host defenses, defeating drugs, and spreading antibiotic resistance. Recently emerged threats such as Zika and Ebola are certain to evolve in ways that can be hard to predict. Scientists must work with dangerous strains, sometimes even engineering new ones, to understand these bugs. The next president will need to make sure these labs are secure and get the country prepared for a pandemic while figuring out how to encourage the development of new antibiotics. The advent of CRISPR allows unprecedented precision editing of genomes. This could lead to cures for disease and better pest control, but also ethical and regulatory challenges. The next president will likely have to contend with the technique's potential to edit human embryos and how this approach is regulated in plants and animals. Around the world, sea levels are rising a few millimeters a year on average. But all sea level rise is local. U.S. East Coast sea levels are rising at double the global rate and at triple the average in Virginia. The next president will have to wrestle with protecting billions of dollars of infrastructure and helping seaside communities prepare and adapt to rising waters. Brain health touches us from cradle to grave, and when brain disease strikes, the costs, personal and budgetary, are staggering. As the U.S. population ages, Alzheimer's and dementia are on the rise. At the other end of life, the prevalence of autism and learning disabilities has jumped. The new president will have to plan for a ramp up in spending on brain disease that will put a squeeze on federal healthcare budgets and decide how high a priority to place on spending for basic brain research. AI is already having an impact on society. Products and services from self-driving cars to systems that guide medical care and treatment could bring major benefits, including increased productivity and fewer deaths from traffic accidents. But letting machines make their own decisions also raises profound ethical, legal, and regulatory questions. The administration will need to keep a close eye on AI's impact on the economy, workforce, and national security. When experts calculate risk, they rely on statistics, but ordinary people tend to rely on their guts. Both approaches have their pitfalls. Misperception of risk can push a president to overreact to lesser threats and underreact to greater problems. And how a president communicates with the public about risk can mean the difference between sowing panic and maintaining calm. The next president will face a long list of policy decisions surrounding known risks, including terrorist attacks, foreign conflicts, domestic crime and violence, flu pandemics, and natural disasters.